Louisiana Senator Bill Cassidy says he sees a promising future for Monroe. Good evening to you. I'm Jennifer Andrews. Today he told the Chamber of Commerce that investments are paying off. Devontae Martin was there.
Several men who might be on Social Security. I don't see any women who would be.
Senator Bill Cassidy was all smiles for his visit in the Twin Cities Wednesday. He spoke at a breakfast hosted by the Monroe Chamber of Commerce and later at Ouachita Green's awards luncheon. He says it's important for elected officials to reach all parts of the community they serve.
I want to hear from people in the state, and then I want to work with people in the state, from any government leader coming down to the private sector. Then our community is better served. And Ouachita Green is that private sector working well. I want to support it.
Ouachita Green Executive Director Sheila K. Downhour thanked Cassidy and local officials for their support.
Oh, it's amazing to get the support from all our officials, and it's amazing to see all our community working together.
During both speeches, Cassidy made sure to highlight his efforts to grow Northeast Louisiana.
I am working on flood insurance. Right now, for many, flood insurance has become unaffordable. Some of your viewers are former state workers or local workers, and they're affected by a Social Security program called windfall elimination or government pension offset. And it dings them, it penalizes them for working for the state or the local government too much. We're working to repeal that.
Reporting in Ouachita Parish, Devontae Martin, KNOE 8 News.